This podcast encourages and empowers you to create your own unique real story, develop your own unique real statement, and discover your own unique real self. The power is yours. Good night, Charis Loveland. How are you doing on this wonderful, beautiful night?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Angel?
I am excellent as can be. Thanks for asking. What part of the world are you in right now?
I live in Boston, Massachusetts.
All right. And which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this specific time in history?
That would be my background and work I've done in artificial intelligence.
Ooh, definitely one of the key subjects of our time. Tell me more, please.
Yeah, so I went from working in computers and programming, leading global projects, and joined Microsoft, where I was working on their machine learning, which is a subset of artificial intelligence. And since then, I've taken multiple online classes and enhanced my research and my knowledge of the class. And I now teach for a company called Emeritus that partners with MIT and Columbia, some of the best schools in the country and the world, helping to facilitate other students to learn machine learning.
Oh, that's intriguing. I have a quick question then, immediately. Well, I have many questions, actually, because I'm a podcaster, right?
Sure, go for it.
I'd like to know, the podcast that I've had so many conversations, spoken to so many different type of people. How would you apply that information to help in machine learning?
Oh, there's so many different use cases, Angel. Some of the coolest ones that I worked on at Microsoft is partnering with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation to use survey data that they had collected in several regions where folks, don't have access to cars and generally live in huts instead of houses. And gathering demographic data, you can classify that to predict which health conditions women should be screened for, what they're most likely to be subject to, based on questions like, do they own a stove or do they cook on an open flame? Do they own a cell phone or computer? And what is their roof like? So you can actually data mine that information to try to best help stretch your healthcare dollars.
That's amazing, because I think immediately I think about the personal development space. It's key to my heart, and it's intriguing. The questions I ask, I think, can be used to help who will develop, if you would, or even have challenges, or where they may have challenges. That is pretty intriguing. Where's the best place you'd point me to if you had to say, Angel, you should go look at this or read this or connect with this person?
Sure. There's so much out there about machine learning, but a great place to start are the MOOC platforms. That's massively online open classes. There's Emeritus and edX and Coursera and Udemy, and do an intro to machine learning course offered by one of the real founders of machine learning or forefront data science researchers. So you could learn from Andrew Ng, Brandon Roher, and other experts in the field online, and in many cases for free.
Love it. Thanks for sharing that. Amazing audience. I'm sure you got that as well. So tell me, it seems as though you're this caring person, caring and sharing. Who did you learn that from?
That definitely comes from my dad. He really taught me to take chances, to be kind to people, and that life is not a dress rehearsal.
I love that. Life is not a dress rehearsal. Yeah, you get one chance to get up on that stage, don't you?
Absolutely.
So tell me then, what's one other thing you've done consistently over the last 3 years?
That would be my exercise practice. I really make a concerted effort to move at least 3 times a week for half an hour, a lot more when I get the time.
How does it make you feel?
Really energetic, I notice a huge difference if I get sick or travel and go a couple of weeks without doing it. A lot of times in those cases, I'll have to drag myself to the gym and think, oh, I'll take a nap after. But then when I get home, I have so much energy and just feel so like a new person.
Share with someone that's listening, someone that does the computer desk work, right? Why they should at least consider 3 days a week in exercising.
Oh, you've got to give it a shot. It is so beneficial for your health. It doesn't have to be that, you want to hit a certain weight goal or a certain size, but it'll make your brain work better. It'll make you function better, and you'll just feel better and healthier.
Now, for those that are listening, Charis, where's the best place to connect with you or even follow your journey?
Sure. You can find me on Twitter at Charis Loves Tech.
Love it, love it. Charis, so let's switch gears for a moment. Let me now invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Charis, what is your earliest childhood memory?
That was making an igloo fort on my deck with my dad.
Oh my gosh, how is it possible to make an igloo deck? What type of temperatures are we talking about?
I grew up in rural Maine, so we got feet and feet of snow. So he made me my own igloo, and I got to hang out there.
Wow, that's intriguing. Wow. So how old do you think you were in that memory?
I think about 3.
Why do you think it's so clear?
Actually, because there's a photograph of it. My dad's a professional photographer, and so I have this lovely picture of me all bundled up in the igloo, and it just takes me back to this simpler time when you could just play outside for hours and didn't have a care in the world.
How do you see that memory connecting to who you are today?
I think it connects directly to the boundaries I've established to lead a healthy life. I work very hard to welcome wonderful people into my life and avoid negative influences by standing up for my values. So if anyone comes into my circle, I make positive that I'm protecting and cherishing the boundaries that are true to me, whether that's in my personal life or professional life. And I've been very successful with that. And it has meant I've had to cut people out of my life in rare cases. But that igloo feels like kind of my comfortable, safe nest.
That's super cool. Can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind with that memory?
Please.
I love the fact that your father gave you the skill in action of how to make the igloo with the ice, right? And the snow, which is being able to adapt, adaptability in your environment. And I love the boundaries that it sets, right? Like, you're on the deck. I'm guessing the deck is open, right? But within that, he shows you how you can use what's even natural, right, to create something that allows boundaries. And you said it really great, right? You said, establishing boundaries are so important. So I love that. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's a critical life skill. There's a great book called Boundaries that can help people who are dealing with that.
Is it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that book. That book transformed my life, my friend. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's how to say no, right? How to say no is something that. Just the way it started, right, with the workplace and that young lady who was getting all that work given to her. Yeah. Boundaries are so important. All right, my friend. If we fast forward to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
That was Birdhouse in Your Soul by They Might Be Giants.
Love it. All right. Well, we've arrived at our destination. But before we get off of this time machine, there is a small declaration form. So it's yes or no. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready?
Yes.
Charis, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Yes, that would be my daughter, Lucinda. In fact, we just watched a piece from 60 Minutes about the hour of code, and she told me that she hopes to work in computer science one day.
Sweet. How old is she now?
9.5. She'll be 10 in May.
Wow, look at that. Are you married?
I'm divorced.
Do you have other children?
Nope, she's my only.
Okay, do you believe in God?
I don't.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
I do. They're fantastic.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
Never.
Wow, not even 3 hours a week?
Not even 3 hours a week.
What about screen time, the phone and the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Less than 8. Yeah, definitely. I try to, like I said, try to get up and move around. And certainly in my education. I take some MOOCs, but even if I'm watching enthralling videos online, or whether it's Facebook or any social media, I try to take a lot of breaks.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Again, the boundaries come into play, doesn't it?
Exactly.
If you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents who you are, Charis Loveland, what would you say that is?
I actually came up with a little saying that corresponds with the letters of my name. So it's Charis, and that stands for charismatic, hopeful, ambitious, reflective, inspirational, and seeks wisdom.
Love it. Oh my gosh. If you only know how much I love that. Because this is what it's about. It's really about getting people to understand how you can build a brand around who you are. And the way you've done that is absolutely amazing. Well done, Charis. Charis, do you have anything else to share with our amazing audience?
Just really appreciate the opportunity, Angel. I love the project. As soon as I heard about it, I said, I've got to be on the podcast. So thank you so much for what you're doing and for reaching out to me. And I'm so glad that we were able to connect all the way from those lovely blue waters of the Caribbean.
I appreciate that. Thanks. It's been my pleasure. A pleasure I treasure. Charis Loveland, thank you for being on What is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
This segment has been brought to you by Amazel Enterprise.